And we're live. Hello everyone, this is Ninja DC joining again for a React video. This time for My Little Pony Season 7, Episode 6, I think. Getting hard to keep track of them with the Canadian thing.
Yeah,
anyway,
join
me again. Joining me again is a herd of bronies.
Hello all you ponies, I'm a herd of bronies. Welcome back to Let's Watch Season 7.
You Nova.
It's time to rise up, my vanguard! Here on this glorious battlefield today, we will encounter 2 more episodes on this reaction run. And we will slice and dice them to shreds with our commentary. It is I, you know a brony, here, ready and able.
All right, and Jenn.
As usual, following Unova's always riveting introductions. Hello, I'm Jen, and ready to watch episode 6 of season 7 of My Little Pony. Woohoo! And still no catchphrase.
And second.
And we danced like a wave on the ocean, romance, you and I. And we did. Wait a minute. Who am I talking to again?
I think you misled this conversation down another slope.
Well, okay, so I seem to be mixed up here from operating on 25 hours without sleep. But anyway, whoever it was, I think we'll just stay friends. And okay, odds are I'm in some kind of review right now. So yeah, from a critic first and a fan second, here's the second opinion. Either on a preschool show or something I'm not going to say just in case.
Second, here's some more caffeine.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, the needle.
Yeah, I got it right here. I just hold still. Yeah, I got it right here. Hold still, dude.
Wait, don't!
One,
It'll
two,
give you enough
three.
to make a third opinion.
Okay, I'm good now.
There we go. There we go. Perfect. And totally, and the last person I did this to totally squealed like a little girl.
I do not feel pain because I am so intensely masculine and
Man, I need a bigger needle.
Well, you better get that Yu-Gi-Oh trading card by the name of Fairy Nurse Lily.
Oh, good idea. Good plan.
I thought it was Injection Fairy.
Oh yeah, Injection Fairy Lily.
Injection. There we go. Injection caffeine fairy. There you go.
Oh my God, the attack points is over 9,000.
It's like, Vegeta, what's his caffeine level? What's his caffeine level? It's over 9,000.
Wait, 9,000? That means he's dead.
They'll wear themselves out.
Actually, I think 9,000 round is the. Let me see. I think it's like. Let me do some math because they're called like 50 cups of coffee. Let's see. Each cup is about 60 milligrams. So
I'm wondering if that's enough to, like, I don't know, make you start seeing that's
about 3 times the lethal load. Okay.
So like what Double D got in that episode of Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, I think that was sugar and not caffeine, but yeah.
I think it was Fry. I'm thinking of Fry when like overdosing on caffeine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Fry.
Ed, Ed and Eddie energy drinks, probably on YouTube. Look it up. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, is everyone ready to watch the episode?
Absolutely,
Yes.
Commander.
Yes.
Oh, Philly forever.
Forever Philly. We want to be forever Philly.
Forever.
I don't want
And
to
then
be
Peter Pony sprinkled fairy dust on Scootaloo and gave her her wish that she longed for so long of being able to fly, and she never wanted to grow up.
and hence she became the mascot of the Trans Am car line in Ponyville.
It's
And so
Scooter
Captain,
Pan.
what's his name from comic book number 15 comes after them. Hey, I'm not so bad at this fan fiction thing.
Oh wait a minute! Actually, Flurry Heart could actually be the new mascot for that because she's got big wings.
Red Bull gives you princess wings.
And Flurry Heart decided she
Wait
didn't
a
want to
minute!
grow up.
Oh my gosh! What What if that's why she has those big wings? Because Cadence OD'd on Red Bull.
That's what happens when you drink. That's why you shouldn't drink caffeine when you're pregnant.
imagine
That's true.
Can't imagine what Blue Bull does.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Anyway, is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Yep.
All right, press play in 3, 2, 1, play.
Here we go.
Oh, hello there, Raven Pony, and hello there. Fancy
It's
Pony.
Colgate.
Hey,
Sassy.
back again.
Sassy, you're not working fast enough. You're fired.
No! Alright.
I can't believe the winter to spring transition is almost here.
Winter wrap up.
No.
Yeah!
Does she sound more British?
I gave it its own time. Springsition.
Oh, I like that. I'm going to have to relabel all my binders right after we finish everything. We still have so much to do. Oh, my bustles and bows. Rarity, did we?
Already hemmed, ruched, and cuffed, my dear.
Rarity, no reason to panic, but we seem to be temporarily low. And when I say temporarily low, I mean completely out of...
The baby blue sapphires, they arrived this morning.
Bait and switch conflict.
Wow.
Oh, what about the design for the...
Oh, that's the right term for it.
Wow, you are good. You've really outdone yourself this time. The morning sunshine tulip frock is good.
I can't wear paper. What am I supposed to do with this?
I know you're worried about something slipping between the cracks, but
Well,
with your managerial
Flutter-
skills,
if it was good enough for
and my
Fluttershy.
fabulous designs,
Yeah.
we'll have everything covered.
You're right. There are no cracks.
Would you be a dear and fetch me some vermilion satin from the back, and I'll start on the Eternal Elegance Empire Silhouette evening gown.
My most...
Ooh, I like that.
pleasure.
Now I want to see what that kind of gown looks like.
Oh, I love this picture. When was the last time we had that kind of fun together?
Oh God, a flashback?
Huh? I can't remember. Has it been that long?
Wait.
Because I've been so busy running my shop. Oh no! Something, or should I say some pony is slipping between the cracks.
Aww.
No.
Miss my sweetie belle.
Rarity, we're running low on vermilion satin.
Oh.
I can order more.
And joke went where it went.
How did we know that Rarity would be wearing eyeliner and mascara?
She
Seems to be
always
their
does.
favorite running gag with her.
See, it's funny because her mascara is running.
Thank you, I'll be here all week.
Well-
Da-da-da-da-da.
You know,
Mascara is sprinting.
Okay,
you know,
but
it's kind
yeah,
of mad.
Wait a minute.
big points though.
What runs? Somebody finish this joke. What runs faster than Rarity's mascara?
A refrigerator.
Okay, I will admit that opening scene was absolutely perfect.
Did
At
he
like
say
feels
something?
and comedy.
And here,
Alex, did you say something?
we were on a
No.
dangerous yet
I thought you said the video was
safari.
breaking up.
No.
Alright.
So many wonderful memories.
Reminded me about a certain episode from season 5.
Too fine a point on it, but
Yeah. It also reminds me of Inspiration Manifestation a little.
Yes.
loves playing dress up. I miss her so much.
It kind of reminds me how Sisterhood Social was only 5 seasons ago.
I wish I could, but between running 3 stores and the Springsition, I couldn't
Okay, now I
possibly-
get it.
But you've already done almost all the work.
Yeah.
I can handle the rest. But Rarity, go. I have everything well in hoof.
Go to her.
Rosebud.
Point taken.
What?
Way to immediately turn that around.
We can spend the whole day
Yep.
together.
Hey, don't explain the joke.
All her favorite things.
I'm sure she'd love that.
Oh, Sassy, thank you.
Of course. Now get out of here.
I'm going.
Get out of here, you're fired.
I'm coming!
All right.
Okay.
So who is Sweetie Belle now? She's been. Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, she's not a robot anymore.
Okay.
Hello there.
This seems
Well,
completely safe.
Wow.
Oh no!
But yeah, ever since
it's a little
whatchamacallit.
That's a sturdy carrot.
Let's do it again.
It looks like a little Thunder Lane.
Got a job to
Yeah.
Is her horn impaled into her helmet?
Oh God, that's gotta hurt.
Maybe there's like a hollow spot for it.
Yep,
But why?
Is you're gray?
because you said you weren't good at anything except getting in trouble for making sculptures out of your lunch, right?
Yeah, I can't help it. When I look at my sandwich, it's like it's just asking me to turn it into a dragon.
It's not saying eat me.
Ooh.
So this is them helping.
Time to get into sculpturing.
Squidward. Hey, Squidward.
And boom.
Oh, that was
nice.
remarkably easy.
It looks just like us.
And these are Squidward noses.
Had it in you, Chip.
This is
Chip.
way better than sandwich sculpture.
Chip, we're proud of you.
Cue to arc now.
That'd be-
Perfect.
Got my cutie mark.
Woohoo! All right. Yes. Way to go.
Boy. Ah.
Hello on the cutie. I almost saw when I saw those cutie mark crusaders like on with the stone. I was like, "Hi, we're the cutie mark crusaders, and welcome to Jackass."
Okay, but seriously, that was something we needed more of in season 6.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I've had actually an episode where they don't like get them a cutie mark right away, but they get them on the right track. They're like, actually, I'm happy now, just kind of
Actually, didn't
exploring
they?
this and seeing where it takes me.
Didn't they do something like that with Gabby the Griffin?
I just saw her picture.
Oh, Gabby can't get a cutie mark. I think in her own way, they kind of finished her, quote unquote.
Hey, hello there, Philly Vanilli's.
Zipperwill.
Oh yeah.
It's my puppy, Ripley. We used to be so close. In fact, I got my cutie mark the day I found him and took him home.
Are they actually going to do this both ways with Sweetie Belle?
Nothing to do with me. Don't you worry.
Why do you sound like photo finish?
The cutie mark crusaders are on the job.
Well,
Trust us. Before
it's like, let's see, you just change the accent a touch and you get a totally different country.
No matter what it takes, we
I was
promise.
thinking
Yeah.
Middle East for some reason.
Whoa!
Yeah, like, for whom the Sweetie Belle toils kind of dialed down her sweetness, and she's been like a more restrained version of herself ever since.
Rarity, what are you doing here?
I am here.
Like, still
to
the most,
spend
I guess,
the day with you. I'm so excited I could practically faint. You don't have
what's
to
the
have
word
fainting
for what
couch.
Sweetie Belle is compared to the other two?
No.
She asked for the fading
Of course
couch.
not. It's a treehouse. That would be Tragos.
Right.
Yeah, that was also a season 1
Sure, I'm
gag.
happy to see you. And spending the day
Huh.
with you does
I
sound
thought it was
like a
I
lot
love
of
how
season
they're
two.
bringing back all these references.
There was an early season gag. It's escaping my mind which season it was.
Yeah, season 2, lesson 0 was when the couch was first
Oh, you're
introduced.
right. Oh, you're right.
Come on,
Okay.
Sweetie Belle.
Yeah,
Got this covered.
I have a perfect
Go
memory
take
about the
a sit down with
seasons.
your sister.
Perfect.
Yeah, go have fun. You sure you two can handle our client here?
Client.
It is.
I think.
Ooh, you have mints to offer your client. How professional.
Are you
Just
sure
a
you two
touch
got
condescending.
this? We have it handled. Oh my. Look at this wall of satisfied customers.
Oh,
Big Mac
Cheerilee
and
and Big
Cheerilee.
Mac.
Come a long way.
Cheerilee and Big Mac. I saw it.
Well, all right,
Wow. They cannot make up their mind on a ship with him.
Or run into any trouble.
Is this ship gonna be built and float away, or is it just gonna sink?
I kind of like them as just friends. Like, I'm with
Oh,
Colette.
the puppets! From that guy from Inspiration Manifestation, the jerk.
What?
Yeah, the comic sort of got me to ship Big Mac and Luna.
I'm on your side with that, actually. I think that's the best one they've proposed anyway.
Oh, now I know why it's called Forever Philly.
Yeah.
This is all about Sweetie Belle growing up.
It is.
Oh. Oh.
It's your favorite part.
Rarity, I'm too old for these kid shows.
So, if they can, like, find a way to step this up, though, past the formula, and they're doing a pretty good job so far.
It seems like it's almost Sisterhood of Social again.
Not really.
I
It's
just prefer black box experimental feeder. What? Since when? I don't know. It's no big deal. This is great.
Don't lie to yourself, girl.
Okay, we're here.
Woohoo!
Okay,
everybody loves ice cream,
I'm
don't...
to be back here again. Do I know my baby sister or do I know my baby sister?
Baby sister?
Yeah.
I'm not a baby anymore.
Where is here exactly? Oh, stop being so silly. You know this is your favorite ice cream shop.
Oh, Rarity remembers this better than Sweetie Belle.
Right.
Wow!
Little Philly.
Oh, God.
And I convinced the original owner to come out of retirement
What?
to make you your all-time favorite dessert.
Okay. You gotta give her some credit for that one.
Right.
Oh.
What?
I remember it being much bigger. Well, go ahead. I know you're dying to dig in.
I'm getting flashbacks from a certain episode from season 6 now.
Well,
Sweetie Belle ain't the nostalgic type.
that was, one tasty bite. We can get another sundae. Chocolate with rainbow sprinkles, perhaps? I was thinking something more like a salad.
Oh!
When did you get so practical? Oh, I guess
She's
another stick would
entering
be fine.
her teenage phase.
Oh boy.
Pretty sure their body types are gonna... Oh, God.
What?
Okay, how is anything...
Hey,
Yeah, really? I was gonna say.
me, over here.
Aww.
I thought she said her problem was that her dad isn't paying as much attention to her.
No, she mentioned about the dog. I mean, that's the reason why she pointed to her Q-Neck.
I know
uh,
this
Paw
poor
prints.
darling.
Dog, dad, I guess
This
I
is a
heard
very
that wrong.
long line for one of Twisty Pop's dogs.
When your dog is your dad.
But
When
just
your
be
dad
patient.
is a
We'll get you your
dog.
favorite balloon bouquet, and it'll all be
That'll be the
wonderful.
next hit Disney Channel cartoon.
Then you are Winona.
Who's a good puppy? Who's a good puppy?
Wow.
I'm seeing the gifts already.
Yeah, I think I know where they're going with this.
Come on, puppy wuppy. Get the ball.
Oh, yeah. Now that you mention it, it makes complete sense.
Yep.
Come on, Ripley. Like this.
Scootaloo, you're a chicken, not a dog.
She's more than a chicken.
It's not working.
She'll always be my little chicken.
She's a dodo.
I don't think that's it, Scoot. Doesn't look like it's going so well. I'm just gonna do a quick check with the CMCs. Well, I guess duty calls, and you have that now. What? Nothing. Go on.
Oh, no. Don't guilt trip.
Meanwhile, how's your day with Rarity going? Well, it's not exactly great.
She's treating me like a baby.
I don't know. It's like Rarity doesn't even know me anymore.
Oh,
I wish we could say our day is going better.
that's another layer to this conflict.
Right.
But
Out of touch. Extremely.
seems like Zipperwill's puppy doesn't want anything
That's
to
the
do
right
with her.
idea. Like that. Sweetie
I
Belle
see what you mean.
might be able to relate.
You know, it's an awfully big puppy. Sweetie Belle,
They're calling it a puppy still?
gotta go.
Oh, I do the same thing. If I see a full-blown dog, I'll still be like, puppy, puppy.
I know just what to do with this.
Oh boy.
Oh my god!
No!
Oh,
With the chicken! What?
Rarity's old sonic rain boom wings. Like though they were doing more grown-up stuff than this, even in Sisterhood Social.
Let's do it again. No!
Conflict.
Come on, Zipperwill. You can do this.
Zipperwill?
Zipper wheel.
What do you mean, no? Rarity, this is hard for me to say, but... Sweetie Belle? What is it? You've been acting weird all day. You used to love doing these things with me.
It's almost like you
just
grew
it.
up.
I used to. That's not who I am anymore. This isn't who I am. My cutie mark must be for something else. Because my puppy just doesn't love me anymore.
Oh, I wonder what happens when that sort of issue happens.
It's you. You love puppet shows and dressing up and tiny little clown-shaped ice creams. Really? If you still think I like doing this stuff, then maybe you don't know me at all.
Starting to drag just a bit.
I can't believe Sweetie Belle talked to me like that. And after everything I did to set up a whole day of doing her favorite things. I mean, accusing me of not knowing her. I know her better than any pony.
Aww.
Thank you, Twisty. But the hard truth is, my sister is being unappreciative right now. And I'm going to go and give her a piece of my mind.
Okay.
Aww.
Twisty,
Hey,
don't
Zipperwell,
worry.
what are you doing here? Where are Apple Bloom and Scootaloo? They're with my puppy. He seems to like them better than me anyway. No, I'm sure that's not true. It is. He doesn't like doing anything with me anymore. He didn't even want to play with this. And all puppies love these. I think that might be your problem right there.
It looks like a tiny ice cream sundae.
Fine Zipperwill, Ripley. Woof, woof. It's Zipperwill, woof. It's hopeless. Sweetie Belle, Zipperwill. We're sorry we haven't figured this out yet. Don't worry, girls. I think I cracked this one.
No, didn't the whole fandom used to think that she was Zipperwill?
Oh,
Wait.
really should have changed.
Uh.
I'm going to give her quite the talking to. Right after she's done with her conversation.
At least she's
An
polite.
excuse for poor manners after all. Okay, Zipperwill, what do you see? My puppy? That's not what I see. I see a full-grown dog. He did get bigger, I guess. He's not just bigger, he's older too. You don't still play with the same toys from when you were a foal, do you? Oh, this squeaker is a little small for him now. It's just hard for me to believe he's not the same adorable little guy I found anymore. I understand, but doing things like you used to won't turn him back into a puppy. So, what do I do? Treat him like the dog he is, and find new favorite things to do together. You think so? I know so. Rarity?
Surprise.
Oh, I heard what you said, and you are so right.
About the dog?
Yes, but
Yes,
about
Sweetie
us
Belle's a
too.
dog.
And you're a
Not
flower.
silly anymore, but it's just the last time we did all of those things together, I didn't realize it was going to be the last time.
Oh.
I love doing those things with you. It's hard for me to let that go.
Aww.
Rarity, I love being with you too. That will never change. But maybe we could just try to do different things together?
I don't know. Talking Rarity into a spa day is going to be pretty hard.
What is it, puppy? I mean, Ripley.
Ripley?
Where's the alien?
Yeah.
So wait, she is. All right, the how they're saying the names confuses me.
Zipper Wheel is the girl.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, that's what I thought that was from before. Because the way they were saying it before, sort of, it sounded like the dog was different. It was like, wait, wasn't she?
Sweetie Belle,
No.
I'm so very proud of the pony you've grown into.
And I'm proud that no matter what, I'll always be your little sister.
I have a little bit of time before I have to head back to Canterlot. Could we spend it together? What would a grown pony like you want to do?
Well, I do have one idea.
Okay, now this is a real ice cream trip.
Yeah.
This idea would be such a delicious one. I don't know how I'm gonna finish this.
What about that Sweetie Belle
I'll help you.
diets on salads now?
That just feels weird for Rarity to be eating like that.
Oh,
like that.
Picture.
It's kind of fun, like when Sweetie Belle was trying to force like little kids or like cut loose and fancy free stuff on her. Rarity, too much. No, but now that she doesn't want it as much, Rarity almost misses that.
Aw.
Did anyone else this episode remind me a lot of the one Apple Bloom episode with AJ?
Some pony to watch over me.
Oh yeah, it did.
That's
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah, it
It's a
did.
it's a better version of it, actually.
I
Yes.
agree. I agree. It's a
Oh.
I like the growing up. I like the growing up kind of motto of this. This is really good.
It's just
Very
like,
good.
it's also like a running theme that Sweetie Belle and Rarity episodes are superior to Applejack and Apple Bloom episodes.
Of course.
It's just like,
What are all the Apple Bloom and Applejack episodes?
alrighty
They're
then.
pretty much. I think I hate to say it. I really hate to say it, but like Apple Bloom herself really doesn't have any that many good episodes.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like, I hate to
think,
say that.
I think her
I
best
hate
one
to
might be the Apple Bloom Granny Smith episode.
Yeah, I think that was the best too.
But then, like, the second best would have to be the season 5 episode in which she
Bloom,
deals
Bloom.
with her shadow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bloom and Gloom.
It
Yeah,
does
like-
refer to our family.
I'm not coming up with any other ones off the top of my head.
Was it
Dang
Family
it! Yeah. Wait, what about that season 6 episode you always highly praise about? Second.
On your marks. That versus Bloom and Gloom.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I would give the edge to On Your Marks. Yeah.
Ah. Yes.
The one thing I really sort of like that it's feel weird because like it's one of those things you bring up is like how whenever they have like whenever they have Sweetie Belle like sort of being the leader instead of Apple Bloom, it just always feels off to me when they have more bossy Belle. Because
I mean, then again, for me, it feels a bit more comfortable because I just don't like Apple Bloom all that much. It's like, I mean, like, even like, it just feels like she's super vague for a character that just deals with like basic growing up issues and doesn't really have her own identity outside of the group, really.
Well,
I
the
mean, she
problem
ha-
with Apple,
Good.
the problem with Apple Bloom is they essentially designed her around like finding her cutie mark. That was her one guiding obsession. Like, and then the other CMC, when they joined, they at least had some different flavor to them, even though they're all going for the cutie marks. Apple Bloom from the get-go was established like she's getting her focus on cutie mark. Well, now they have their cutie marks, and it's like the other ones have side things to deal with, like Sweetie Belle and Rarity's sistership is like has been a big theme since season 2. And then also in Scooter and Rainbow Dash have like a very big film trip, which actually I think is a focus on the next episode. But Apple Bloom, even though she has her sister, like it's always like just another Apple family episode sort of thing. So it's like all she really had was like her cutie mark thing driving her through the show. Now they have really established a new thing for her.
Yeah, and that's really the big issue with Apple Bloom herself.
I mean, it's like,
But I hate to say because I like her voice actress. It's just like I hate to say that about her. Her character's like.
One of the very few things I will give the later seasons credit for, like full force, is that something they did right on the nose is how they kind of did take like what Apple Bloom had going for her, like at least the reasons that she would be the leader, and identify how those can be unique character traits, like in Bloom and Gloom. I think Bloom and Gloom was the first one to get going on the notion that she might actually have kind of been clinging to the notion of having a club full of friends, like how she was simultaneously the most ambitious one, but kind of in her own way the most insecure one. Because I mean, yeah, she was always the one pushing the hardest to get the cutie mark, and on Cutie Pox, I think it was, she was the first one to get fed up with not having one and stuff like that. So I mean, I think like she was the least interesting character to me up through season 5, and then that's kind of why I like Bloom and Gloom and On Your Marks. I feel like they got going on her, and at least something has come of it. Although still probably the least interesting Crusader to me, but that
actually just
could be in the works to change.
I was just going to say, like, just a quick round of opinion. Who's your all's favorite Crusader, like, generally? Mine would be Sweetie Belle.
Oh, wow. That's a hard one.
Yeah, that's really hard.
Yeah, it's so hard to choose between them because they all have their own attributes. Oh man, that's so hard.
Single-handedly turned Sweetie Belle into my favorite, but then
that's like that's the main factor for me too. Just I like classic Sweetie Belle. I don't like bossy Sweetie Belle. I like more classic Sweetie Belle.
Mm-hmm.
I think like bossy Sweetie Belle started to appear because of season 4.
Yeah.
Right. I think it had to.
It's basically all because of
Twilight Time.
No, like I'm trying to think of the writer because he did both episodes where like he made Sweetie Belle the leader.
No,
Dave Polsky.
Wait. Oh yeah,
For whom the Sweetie Belle toils was his. And I mean, I feel like Sisterhood Social just absolutely nailed what a kid who really is that sweet because it just doesn't occur to them not to be is like. I mean, it's not cloying. It's almost like oblivious, but at the same time very sincere. And there were just like all these little nuances to it. And I mean, I completely fell for it. It like reminded me of all the most genuinely adorable kids I've ever seen. And then I guess with like character development with somebody growing older, like good character development will acknowledge that they have to change. Great character development will acknowledge that they have to change, but also like how the core traits factor into that. And For Whom the Sweetie Belle toils, I feel like didn't quite get to that next level. It was just like, ooh, the shock value of she's different now. She doesn't worship Rarity. In fact, she has always been jealous of her a little bit. And like, I thought that was overplayed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they sort of did like a similar problem I think we had to our future overlord.
Flurry Heart.
Flurry Heart. Where like in her last episode, like they seemed to age, let's just be honest, they did age her up a lot. And here this was like the sudden jump from Sweetie Belle being still sort of a more supporting cast of the CMC to it's like, like basically sort of a teenager in this like very teenager like tone throughout this thing.
Pretty
And
much.
it just sort of felt jarring, a sort of jarring jump, and it's probably going to remain as a jarring jump because they're just probably going to go back to not going to really reference this mature Sweetie Belle again.
The show, it's been like a few years.
Yeah, I mean, I would have liked if they kept the traits like Sweetie Belle was someone who doesn't mind getting her hands dirty, like is, I mean, gentle and sweet and all that, but not because she's like, yeah, unwilling to be like manipulative or what, unruly when the time comes or something like that. But yeah, instead it seems like what they're more going with is, okay, look at all the ways that she has outgrown that she is like, okay, ready to leave that stuff behind and be more practical and more I guess, well, maybe not refined, that doesn't seem like quite the right word, but
it's more grown, more mature.
Yeah, more reined in or more yeah. Well, heck, maybe just more mature, but yeah. So, and granted, that happens. It's just not as much fun. Like it's more lukewarm almost.
So, yeah, I guess I would have to give my vote to Sweetie Belle, even in what you guys consider like the bossy side, in which not many people here like very much.
Yeah.
I feel like Scootaloo is a bit simple, despite like the strife that she has to go through, like in the middle seasons, really, with like her coming to grips about like her disability and such. And Apple Bloom, the only time I even liked her was during Bridal Gossip, really.
Yeah. It's kind of a paradox. Like Scootaloo,
I think is a. No, I was saying, I guess one quick point is that reminds actually that was one of Apple Bloom's best episodes. It was probably one of the least favorite of season 1's was Bridal Gossip. That was actually a pretty great Apple Bloom episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like the paradox I have. Like Scootaloo probably has the best Cutie Mark Crusaders episode for me, but Sweetie Belle has the episode that I liked her the most in. That being Sister Who's Social, but I like Sleepless and Ponyville a little better than I like Sister Who's Social.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right. We see your angle there, second.
Yep.
But I guess one more like just broad opinion. So how would you? I want exact spot, but like a general area. Would you rank this episode with the rest of the season?
If you told me going in that this was going to be my favorite so far, I would have been surprised.
This is your favorite?
Yeah, I think Rarity and Sweetie Belle, even this version of Sweetie Belle, who does, to her credit, still have a unique character. I mean, there just really is something there, man. And in Sister Who's in Sister Who's Social, they both contribute a lot. I relate to both of them in a big way. But yes, Sweetie Belle was the one I guess I really felt for. This time, Rarity is the one I really feel for. They made Rarity so lovable in this episode, and traditionally she's been one of my less favorite characters, but when they get it with her, they get it, and they got it this time.
Oh yeah.
Because from your earlier thoughts, I thought actually this was like a middle episode for you, and realized it was your favorite of the season.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was I guess it's still not top tier, I guess you say, because I mean, it was doing such a good job on the characters for the most part, and I was thinking okay, well, why do they have to kind of stick it to this formula with just the scenarios that are essentially repeats of the same problem? Rarity underestimates Sweetie Belle's maturity level, and Sweetie Belle's bored, and rinse and repeat. But I mean, I don't know, it still did that really good job depicting the characters, and even if it started to kind of drag, it's it never really took a wrong turn with how Rarity's arc, and just how she was not too over the top and being condescending, how you can still see the thought process there, and and how her the conflicting feelings raging. Like, I'm going to go give her a piece of my mind. But okay, well, maybe I won't interrupt her. But I know her better than anyone. It's just like, yes. That's.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll take second base here and say that this episode, it had me a bit worried at a couple of points. Most notably, I was getting a bit of like, please don't let this be a case of misunderstanding, just like Cart Before the Ponies with these two. I seriously don't want to see a repeat of that conflict again. But thankfully, they avoided it. They actually made it smart, as Second pointed out. The thought process with Rarity was showing to be very clear. Like, even if it was saying a lot of this stuff, it's like a lot of kids shows don't really show the thought process by vocalizing it like that. And it's nice to see that Rarity still has the sophistication with like manners and such, like when dealing with like this rage moment. And I just felt like this episode was a bit shy from like top tier, as also Second puts it. Like, it's great. It just feels like there was a couple of points in which it's like obvious plot point of like two plots in which the solution is quite simple, and they didn't try to hide it or they didn't sugarcoat it. Like, this was actually what's going on. And also the fact that the confusing language of Zipperwill was saying about like, oh my puppy, like, and we were confused about like, who are you talking about? Are you Ripley? Is that Zipperwill? Who is who?
That might have just been because we were talking.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, then again,
to be fair, at least.
Yeah, and also to be fair, like, you misheard her when she said like I got this cutie mark with my dad, when it was actually her dog.
Yeah, well, I didn't hear the part about the cutie mark. I just heard her say that like I've been trying to spend time with my dad, and I heard dad, but okay, evidently she said dog. So,
yeah,
like, he won't spend as much time with me, and I mean her dad like that. I had no trouble, like, because yeah, we remember her dad dotes all over her, so that seemed to fit just fine to me. And then yeah, I barely even noticed that she was carrying a dog when they were setting off with the other two Crusaders. And then when they kept trying to do stuff with that, I'm like, oh, I guess that wasn't what I thought it was. Did she say dog and not dad? But, yeah. That's what happens when you have people talking over the episode. Sometimes you're going to miss one or two things.
Yeah, I've kind of experienced that a lot. Like, I don't know why is like for season 7, but it's been a lot more apparent that we've been distracting ourselves from the episode more frequently. Wait a minute. I think I know why. I think I know why.
Well, I think the episodes have been quiet. Like a lot of the episode ones have been like lower volume naturally.
Oh yeah, but I think another reason why I feel like we've been missing a couple of stuff. I feel like a lot more stuff is happening in the season 7 episodes compared to season 6.
I think so too.
In a sense, yeah. And season 7, like, unlike season 6, it's keeping a sharp eye on like where it is setting and plot wise. Like it keeps calling back to like all these plot points from past episodes. Like, yeah, those are still relevant. I mean, it gives us a sense that, okay, we are watching events unfold over time here. Like this, the sense of progression is coming back, and I like that.
Me too. It's just like, it feels like season 2 and season 4 had a baby.
And it's season 7. But yet mathematically it made no sense.
But it's like, it feels like this should have been the logical progression from season 4.
Actually, come to think of it, it does feel like the first half of season 4, like it's having maybe trouble hitting its stride, like hitting that hot streak, but it's clearly trying, and it's clearly keeping going in with a set purpose in mind. And yes, and the result of that in season 4 was it sort of hit a hot streak by the halfway point. So I guess we'll see with season 7.
If season 7 turns out to be that lucky, I'm going to call it right now. Season 7 might be tied with season 4 right now, or even close to season 2. That's what I'm feeling like from like these 6 episodes. Like, I feel like it's only going to get better from here if this episode has us not concerned at all because it just feels good. I feel energized about episodes again. I don't actually want to miss anything with these reactions now.
Actually, yeah, this is almost exactly like season 4. That was 4 or 5 episodes in there. I got to that episode actually maybe still not top tier, but yeah, it's getting good.
Yeah,
it's definitely. Last week we had like what I was saying last week about the best Fluttershy development episode, and now here we've got a good grow up episode with Sweetie Belle.
It's almost reversed for me. I liked Fluttershy's episode just fine, but off the top of my head, I can't think of an episode that did a better job with growing up Sweetie Belle. Okay, if it must be done, this was not a bad way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like if we're gonna keep on getting more episodes, oh yeah, that's right. The main 6 are actually getting focused again. That's another thing that's happening.
Yeah. Actually, I guess to be fair, I don't know if that's even going to be the right word here, but to season 6, it was sometimes when it focused on the main 6, it seemed like, okay, it was fine, nothing had changed. They were our protagonists and they had reason to be, but then when it came time to getting to the point, Twilight was just kind of there. The main 6 were, Twilight was always just kind of there, but yeah, the main 6, when it came time to the larger points, were just kind of there with her, and Starlight was as close as we came to a point.
It just felt like season 6 was super distant with its main characters. Meanwhile, season 7 is just we're going to embrace slice of life, and we're going to make you enjoy these characters again. We're pumping life into the show again. It feels like we've reached the 3rd golden age. The first golden age was Foss. The second one was Megan McCarthy. But now we've reached finally the 3rd golden point, and it's Joanna Lewis and Christine Sanko.
Well, there you go.
Thank you, Christine Sanko.
So far, so good. I am liking where this direction is going. See, it's 7 is starting off pretty good.
I don't want to call it too soon. I was pretty enthusiastic about season 5 starting out, and it ended up being one of the more middle-of-the-road ones for me. But even if I never rated any of their episodes great, there was always something I liked about Joanna Lewis and Christine Sanko.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, let's just hope we don't try to go for one of those boring ultimatum episodes that we got in season 5 and season 6.
Right.
Seriously, they made epic storylines feel boring or very contradictory or very bad. Let's be honest.
Right.
Very rude emotions.
I just want to get everyone's closing thoughts so we can move on to the next recording.
All right.
Yeah, nice. This is an okay episode for me. Pretty standard, but all the episodes from season 7 have been great so far.
So all of them except this one?
No, including this one. All of the episodes have been great.
Great or solid?
Well, great and there's some great ones, but all of them are pretty solid, and
Gotcha.
Okay. Well, I would definitely rate this episode probably the 3rd best of the season. If the one in the league would probably be possibly All Bottled Up or Rock Solid Friendship for me on the top.
Me, I said kind of like I said, just what pulls this episode, the thing carrying this episode the most is just how the little nuances with the characters. I actually kind of love Rarity in this episode, just that opening scene. They completely nail her over the top side and her sincere side. She's just the crying and the way she's I miss my sister. Like, she's so funny and so lovable there. And as it goes on, I mean, like I said, it does start to drag for me. I'm just like, come on, you're not going to keep hitting us over the head. I mean, we know what the point is with the dog. We know what the point is with Sweetie Belle.
Sorry, my laptop is rude. Go ahead.
And I mean, like, there's part of me that feels like, that, okay, it was starting to drag to the point where I can't say it was, like, that special, but, I mean, I don't know, just, the way I felt for Rarity and the way it fit so well with Sweetie Belle, like, I haven't gotten that in a while. I feel like that is something kind of special, so yeah, I'm going to say B+.
Jen?
Well, okay, what I was saying before my computer cut off was, okay, good coming-of-age story, great seeing a little bit of a callback to past encounters with Rarity, especially with the mention of the painting couch. Also, the running mascara was was hilarious. It's a hilarious little gag there, but overall, great Sweetie Belle episode and a good coming of age of her kind of coming into her own. As a big sister myself, I could definitely empathize with Rarity and it's like your little sister is not exactly, you reach a point where like you sometimes you accidentally still see your little sister as little, like a child and everything. You sometimes forget that they grow up and they become adults as well. And she got reminded in not of a confrontation or anything. Well, okay, yeah, a little bit of a confrontation, but resolved in a very mature way. And that was really good to see. And I like the resolution of it, and I really liked the ending here of seeing actually Rarity with ice cream on her face, and she's not giving a crap about appearances.
Oh yes, that was easily.
And she's not caring, and she does not care. It's like, I've got ice cream on my face. I do not care at this point. I'm with my sister. Who cares? That was a great ending touch to it. But overall, this is a definitely really great episode. Definitely.
Would you say it was a very sweet episode?
Well then, we got a lot of them, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll be here all night, ladies and germs.
After all, this is all about Sweetie Belle, and well, it's a bunch of sweets. So yes, it was a very sweet episode.
It was certainly quite a rarity, if you were to ask me.
Hey, I just said that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you did? I didn't hear you, actually.
Maybe a little too softly. Curse this cheap microphone.
Dang it.
That's
I want
good.
my 10 cents back.
That's good.
That was a good point about the
however,
ending,
I would like for people in the comments to do this. Rarity's mascara runs. How fast does it run? And then somebody completed in the comments section. I just think it would be a really fun exercise for people to do. Like, how fast does the Rarity's mascara run or whatever?
Take the Jenn punchline challenge.
Take the 8-bit Mad Libs challenge with Jenn as your hostess.
Hey folks, I'm Jenn, and this is the 8-bit punchline challenge. Whoever wins gets a cookie.
If I could say
8-bit cookie.
If I could say one last thing about this episode, I liked how they were able to make this into an episode. Like, they were able to make this plot, and because of a very solid reason of Rarity spending so much time with the three shops, that first point we got in like the first act, that really hit it home. Like there were a lot of plot points in here that really connected with good reasons. And,
So, who wrote it, actually?
Yeah, well, I want to know. I must know who wrote this.
Okay, let me just check MLP Wiki.
Why do you not? All you have to do is pick up the episode again.
Oh wait a minute! It's the Fox Brothers. It's the Fox Brothers. I remember.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Michael J. Fox.
Let me know which.
And the other Fox.
Yep, the Fox Brothers.
Wonderful. Well, great.
They wrote
I
my
would say
favorite
great
episode
job.
in the early last season as well.
Alright.
And they also wrote out the Neil DeSeto's brainchild, Applejack's Day Off, but that has Neil DeSeto's fingerprints all over it, so I have no problem blaming him.
You know what sort of scares me is I know he has an episode coming up. I just don't know. We don't know what it's going to be yet.
Oh no!
Because he's still a writer for the season.
Why?
Like it's been officially announced.
I thought he was announced, or maybe it was just the Fox Brothers. Hopefully, it was just the Fox Brothers.
If it's just the Fox Brothers and we have episodes like this, and who wrote Fluttershy Lanes In?
Oh, GM Barrow.
Okay, if we got
Barrow.
GM Barrow,
No,
and we have the Fox Brothers, then ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have a comeback. We are gonna have a comeback of some. I don't want to say epic report. I don't want to say the comeback will be real.
Please, Neil DeSalle.
No, we actually
just retire.
I was trying to say with Neo, like I know other writers, actually a lot of the writers from last season are coming back. It's just he's him and the Fox Brothers are sort of like one of the questionable ones.
Mm-hmm.
And Neo's like,
Neil has no hope unless he brings out a surprising episode.
He's had 3 out of 3 strikes.
Yeah, you can't trust him. He's a Johnny Test writer after all.
Well, that's gonna be tough.
Doesn't look like when he first came on the scene on the very next episode. I thought Nick Count Filoni out crap the bed like with party pooped out. Yeah, well, party pooped out crap the bed, no pun intended. But yeah. So I was like actually in my review apologizing to Neil DeSeta, like, okay, well at least you were kind of competent, but Nick Confaloni like just kept at it full force, hit his stride. Neil DeSeto has not changed. He's still making the same kind of annoying, half-assed, like lukewarm stories.
He just doesn't have to touch another episode with Spike, Discord, or Applejack and Rarity again. Please, no.
Oh gosh,
more.
if Neo gets like the upcoming Discord episode, like I
will
not be pleased.
No, that would make his win-lose ratio less for Discord, and then he's just gonna become like an annoyance to me. Like Discord will probably be the only one in Starlight's group. I'm like, you actually have possibly more bad episodes than Spike ever did. I'm just
and that would be a disservice. That would be a severe disservice, right?
Wow, with the puns there, Jen. Wow, I didn't know.
What do you mean? What I do
for Discord?
That was even unintentional.
So are we talking about a second Meriwether Williams?
Meriwether Williams, I actually feel like had more good episodes than bad, or even like I actually think she's a little underrated. Neil DeSeta has never I've never given him a thumbs up. I don't think he's
like seriously. Meriwether Williams' last episode was Bats in season 4, even though they never gave her the credit in the actual episode because of an editing mistake.
Yeah.
Well, I think they gave it in like post. It just wasn't the first hearing. But I guess continuing the final thoughts because we really need to move on.
And I think you're the only one left.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Again, I come in the lower one of this episode. Like, I don't hate this episode, but I thought it was just sort of like a middle of the road for me. Rarity I thought was good. I just didn't like how they matured up Sweetie Belle. Again, I really just like oh gosh, I can't remember the one writer who did
I think that would be
Dave Polsky. The Dave Polsky, they like established the leader Sweetie Belle. This brings her back, and I really do not like that for Sweetie Belle. So that's sort of why I come on less favorably than the rest. But it's still consider a middle of the road episode for me, where it's good, just not memorable for me. So this over. I'm just like it was like okay, it's a good way to describe it for me.
I can't even remember Sweetie Belle's last episode though. Like, I mean, I'm almost grateful to this one. Like, okay, at least they're owning what they've turned her into instead of just kind of, sort of trying to put it forward.
I think it was season 4. Dave Polsky's episodes were the last Sweetie Belle episodes.
Sweetie Belle Toils?
Yeah, I think
that was season 5.
It was season 4.
It was,
Because season 5
right.
is when we got the Cutie Mark Crusaders getting the Cutie Mark,
Oh,
and
yeah.
there wasn't really any individual episodes for them then.
There was for
Alright,
Apple
but,
Bloom. They kind of go ahead.
All right. But I guess see y'all for the next episode.
Ciao,
See you in
baby.
5 minutes.
Bye-bye.
Sayonara. Hello, goodbye.